Here we are then in Monte Carlo for what we hope will be another action-packed Monaco Grand Prix. The Monaco Grand Prix is the most famous and glamorous race on the Formula One calendar. The small principality first hosted a Grand Prix way back in 1929 before the official World Championship began. Formula One cars have now outgrown the tight confines of the Monaco streets, but it's still an amazing sight to see the best drivers in the world weaving their way between the barriers. A good grid position here is vital, as the tight street circuit makes overtaking very difficult indeed. Pretty much perfect weather conditions for racing here today, so we should see some very competitive lap times during this race. Giancarlo Fisichella will start from pole. Jenson Button is alongside him on the front row. They're followed by Fernando Alonso in third. Lining up in fourth place, Ralf Schumacher. Fifth is Kimi Raikkonen. Next to him in sixth is Michael Schumacher. Seventh place for Juan Pablo Montoya. Rubens Barrichello completes row 4.
The grid has been cleared and the field move away to begin the parade lap.
Blankets can only do so much. Scrubbing the tyres left and right across the track surface will put extra heat in them. This should give you slightly more grip when you're starting the race. Try to get heat in the tyres before the final bend too. This way, you should have some heat in them whilst you wait for the rest of the grid to assemble. Tough out there today, but we can really do with getting you and the car back in one piece. Temperature indicators. You've lost a little temperature there. You need to make sure you have plenty of spare heat before you start lining up on the grid.
You know the drill by now. Here we go. We are racing! Fisichella gets off the grid well. Not a great start for Barrichello.
We've got the marshals waving yellow flags in sectors 1 and 3, okay?
completed, the field looks like this. Fisichella leads. Button is second. Alonso third. Next is Ralf Schumacher. Kimi Raikkonen fifth. Michael Schumacher sixth. Montoya is seventh. And Barrichello is in eighth.
Great first sector. That's the fastest time you've set so far.
This Grand Prix. Fisichella leads. Button is second. Alonso third. Next is Ralf Schumacher. Kimi Raikkonen fifth. Michael Schumacher sixth. Montoya is seventh. And Barrichello is in eighth.
You're currently sitting right down the field at 17th. Good start. You just put on your best time through Sector 1. Sit tight, we'll see what unfolds during the course of the race. You're at 16th. Good second sector, your best so far this session.
Here's the current top 8. Fisichella leads. Button is second. Alonso third. Next is Ralf Schumacher. Kimi Raikkonen fifth. Michael Schumacher sixth. Montoya is seventh. And Barrichello is in eighth.
Sector, that's the fastest time you've set so far.
Fisichella is driving at full pelt here. His previous lap time was 1:13.28. Now he's opening up a bit and getting away from Button. He's lapping at the high end of 1:13, dipping down into the low 1:14s. The gap is 3.5 seconds now.
Second up through sector 1. We don't get anything for finishing 15.
Fisichella is really turning up the heat here. His previous lap time was 1:13.25. That time leaves Button in the shade. The gap is now 3.7 seconds. Let's see who the top 8 drivers are. Fisichella leads. Button is second. Alonso third. Next is Ralf Schumacher. Kimi Raikkonen fifth. Michael Schumacher sixth. Montoya is seventh. And Barrichello is in 8th.
You just beat your best time through sector 3.
Currently looks like this. Fisichella leads. Button is second. Alonso third. Next is Ralf Schumacher. Kimi Raikkonen fifth. Michael Schumacher sixth. Montoya is seventh. And Barrichello is in 8th. Fisichella is really turning up the heat here. His previous lap time was 1:13.27. He started to pull away from Alonso. The gap has grown to precisely 2 seconds. This is lap 9. Fisichella leads. Button is second. Alonso third. Next is Ralf Schumacher. Kimi Raikkonen fifth. Michael Schumacher sixth. Montoya is seventh. And Barrichello is in 8th.
Good final sector, your best so far this session.
Fisichella is really turning up the heat here. His previous lap time was 1:13.45. He started to pull away from Alonso. The gap is now out to 2.2 seconds. place. Villeneuve can't wait much longer till he comes in. That'll give Rosberg an opportunity to get past.
He'll most likely be pitting first. He's going to be trying for great in and out laps, and his mechanics will be trying hard to get him out in record time. They may short-fill him to keep the time down.
The top 8 are as follows. Fisichella leads. Button is second. Raikkonen is third. Fourth, Michael Schumacher. Montoya 5th. He's up from 7th. Barrichello is 6th. Webber 7th. That's a gain of 2 places. And Trulli is 8th.
Great time through sector 3, keep it up.
Stopping for no one right now. His previous lap time was 1:13.57. That's far outpacing Raikkonen. He's lapping in the low 1:14s.
According to our computers, the tyres are accumulating some wear now. Just keep an eye on it. That's 0.2 seconds faster through the second sector. Maintain this driving, you're moving superbly through the field.
Looks like Button is pulling out all the stops today. His previous lap time was 1:13.5. He started to extend his lead over Raikkonen. The gap is now up around the 12-second mark. Third of the way into this Grand Prix. First is Button. Raikkonen is second. Third is Juan Pablo Montoya. Fourth is Fisichella. Webber is fifth. Trulli sixth. Heidfeld is in seventh. And Massa is eighth. There's a good scrap shaping up for second place. Raikkonen has to be running low on fuel. He can't go on much longer. There's an opening here for Montoya.
It looks like he'll be in first, and his mechanics are going to have to pull off a great pit stop. They may short-fill him.
Up by 0.3 of a second in sector 1.
Raikkonen is fastest through sector 2. The gap is now a tenth over 2 seconds.
That's just about the fastest you've been to the second sector in this session.
He's raised his game, Montoya, and the fight is most definitely back on. He's slowly closing in. The margin has shrunk by another 10.
Best time through sector 3.
I can see the McLaren mechanics out in the pit lane.
Montoya continues to push hard, once again reeling in his opponent. He's managed to reduce the deficit by another 0.2 of a second. Raikkonen started to pick up pace now. He's not willing to let this gap get any smaller. The gap has grown to precisely 2 seconds.
Montoya enters the pits. Here's the current top 8. First is Button. Raikkonen is second. Fisichella third. That's a gain of 1 place. Montoya fourth. Webber is fifth. Trulli's sixth. Massa is seventh. He's moved up from 8th. Heidfeld is in 8th place. Montoya exits the pit lane.
Sector 2. You're currently holding third.
This is lap 16. Raikkonen leads. He's up from second. I can see the McLaren mechanics out in the pit lane.
Raikkonen was strong through the final part of the lap. He's extended the gap by another 1/10 of a second. He's raised his game, Montoya, and the fight is most definitely back on. The gap is around the 26 seconds mark.
Raikkonen takes to the pit lane.
Try and hold this position, you have third.
Raikkonen completes his stop.
Raikkonen gets back out ahead. Regretfully for Montoya, he'll now have to force his way past on the track if he wants that position.
That's Massa on full charge. His previous lap time was 1:13.52. That's significantly faster than Alonso. His lap times have been in the mid-1:14s. The top 8 are as follows. Fisichella leads. Button is second. Massa is third. Fourth is Alonso.
Next lap is scheduled to stop. Reminder to stop next lap.
time for Barrichello, and that lap was his quickest of the Grand Prix so far. His previous lap time was 1:13.58. That shows more pace than Schumacher. His lap times have been in the mid-1:14s.
Lap.
That's Massa on full charge. His previous lap time was 1:13.33. He's catching up, but we'll be seeing him in his rear-view mirrors very shortly. He's lapping at the high end of 1:13, dipping down into the low 1:14s. The gap is now just over a second, 1.1 to be exact. Mark. Fisichella leads. Button is second. Alonso third. Fourth is Raikkonen. That's a gain of 1 place. Montoya fifth. He's moved up from sixth. Massa sixth. Next is Ralf Schumacher. And Schumacher is eighth.
Take it easy while the tyres are blue. More grip. They'll soon heat up and turn green on the indicator.
Alonso continues to pile the pressure on. His previous lap time was 1:13.6. That's far outpacing Raikkonen. The gap is now 5.2 seconds.
You're up 0.2 seconds in the third sector. Indicator is showing green tyres. They've heated up nicely now. Grip should be good.
Here's the current top 8. Fisichella leads. Button is second. Alonso third. Fourth is Raikkonen. Montoya fifth. Next is Ralf Schumacher. Michael Schumacher is seventh. And Barrichello is in eighth. Looks like the fight is on for 12th place. Surely Webber can't stay out much longer. Webber must be stopping soon. That might give Villeneuve the opportunity he's been waiting for.
Webber would probably pit first, like last time. This should give Alonso the perfect opportunity to put in some flying laps while he has the lighter car and see if he can't get past him. We still don't know exactly how much fuel they're each carrying since the last pit stop, and he's still got a lot to do.
Let's take a quick look at the current leaders. Fisichella leads, Button is second, Alonso third, fourth is Raikkonen, Montoya fifth, next is Ralf Schumacher, Michael Schumacher is seventh.
That was a good second sector for Webber. He's managed to extend his lead by another 0.2 of a second. It looks like Webber has things under control now. He was once again quicker through that last sector. He's extended the gap by another 0.1 of a second.
The Williams team are out, ready for one of their cars.
Villeneuve has stepped up his pace in response. He's reduced the gap by another 0.1 of a second. Villeneuve is turning the screw here. He goes fastest through that sector. The gap has been closed to exactly 2 seconds.
Webber is coming into the pits. Has completed his stop. There's movement down in the BMW pits.
Well done, you're moving up the field. Well done.
Villeneuve drives into the pits.
The race is opening up for Webber. Villeneuve will almost certainly be overtaken while he completes his stop.
Villeneuve speeds away from the pits.
Villeneuve's done it. He rejoins ahead of Webber.
We're at 2/3 race distance. Fisichella leads. Button is second. Alonso third. Fourth is Raikkonen. Montoya fifth. Michael Schumacher sixth. Massa is seventh. And Trulli is eighth.
You're doing well. You've lowered the fastest lap time.
That's Massa on full charge. His last lap time was a 1:12.57. That shows more pace than Schumacher. He's lapping at the high end of 1:13, dipping down into the low 1:14s. is reaching a critical point. Alonso must be due to pit within the next few laps. Raikkonen is in with a shout here.
Great time through sector 3, keep it up.
We're expecting Alonso to pit first, as he was first in last time. This should give Alonso the perfect opportunity to put in some flying laps while he has the lighter car and see if he can't get past him. Of course, we don't know exactly how much fuel they put in each car during the last round of pit stops, and he's going to have to push fairly hard. It's a promising middle sector for Alonso. The gap is now around 4.3 seconds.
The top 8 currently looks like this. Fisichella leads. Button is second.
Alonso continues to pull away. The gap is now out to 4 seconds and 8 tenths.
You're in fifth.
We can see the mechanics preparing from our commentary box window.
Alonso is fastest through the first sector. The gap has been opened up by another 0.6 of a second. Alonso continues to pull away. The gap is out to 7.7 seconds now.
We're now 3/4 of the way into this race. Fisichella leads. Button is second. Raikkonen is third. Massa fourth. He's up from fifth. Alonso is fifth. He's slipped from third. Trulli's sixth. Montoya is seventh. Heidfeld is in 8th place. That's a gain of 1 place. That's Massa on full charge. His previous lap time was 1:13.23. That's a quicker run than Raikkonen. He's been putting in laps around the low 1:17s mark.
Only 10 laps left, that's 10 laps.
Massa is putting the pressure on here. The lap previous was 1:17.14. That's far outpacing Raikkonen. The gap is now 9.2 seconds. into the closing stages of this Grand Prix. Massa is first, Button is second, Alonso third, Montoya fourth, Fisichella fifth. He slipped down from fourth, Raikkonen sixth, Michael Schumacher is seventh. Next is Ralf Schumacher. Button is stopping for no one right now. His previous lap time was 1:13.48. That's quite a bit faster than Felipe Massa. He's posting lap times in the high 1:14s. After 32 laps, Massa is first, Button is second, Alonso third, Montoya fourth, Fisichella fifth, Raikkonen sixth, Michael Schumacher is seventh. Next is Ralf Schumacher. Looks like Button is pulling out all the stops today. His previous lap time was 1:13.43. Slowly but surely, he's catching Massa. The gap has widened to 3.4 seconds.
Are starting to get worn, and this will affect the levels of grip you're getting.
The top 8 are as follows. Massa is first, Button is second, Alonso third, Montoya fourth, Fisichella fifth, Raikkonen sixth, Michael Schumacher is seventh. Next is Ralf Schumacher.
Until the end.
That's Massa on full charge. His previous lap time was 1:13.15. Button is is quite a bit slower than that. He's been lapping around the low 116s. Let's take a quick look at the current leaders. Massa is first, Button is second, Alonso third, Montoya fourth, Fisichella fifth, Raikkonen sixth, Michael Schumacher is seventh. Next is Ralf Schumacher.
Fisichella has made up some of the distance, but there isn't much of this race left, so he'd better make his move soon. At this moment, Montoya needs to stay focused. The gap is 0.8 of a second now.
As we head into the final few laps, Massa is first.
That's a good end to the lap for Fisichella. The gap now is 0.7 seconds. He's raised his game, Montoya, and the fight is most definitely on. He's extended the gap back to his opponent by half a second with some awesome driving. Montoya continues to push hard, once again stretching the lead over his opponent. He's extended the gap by another 1/10 of a second. Fisichella's not going to take it lying down. He's starting to push on now. He's closed the gap by another 0.2 of a second. Fisichella moves closer in. The gap is down to 0.8 of a second. Massa in P1 has begun his last lap.
This is the last lap of the race. Please, bring it home.
That's a good end to the lap for Fisichella. The gap is 0.2 seconds now. As we enter the final lap of this Grand Prix, Fisichella is giving his all to try and move up a place in the finishing positions. It looks like this race is still on.
Only one more lap to go, and the current race order looks like this. Massa is first.
He's raised his game, Montoya, and the fight is most definitely on. The gap has extended to 0.6 of a second. Massa races past the checkered flag for the maximum 10 points and top spot on the podium. Button will take second. Another historic race concludes here at Monaco. It's always a very special occasion, and this year has been no exception. Drama at its highest. Street racing at its most challenging. It's an incredible place, and it's always a pleasure to be here on Grand Prix weekend. 2 weeks from now, and much earlier than in recent years, we'll do it all again at the home of the British Grand Prix, Silverstone. Silverstone could almost be considered the home GP of no less than 6 teams. McLaren, Renault, Williams, Honda, Red Bull and Midland F1 are all based in the UK, and you can be assured of a very special weekend of racing. We'll see you there in June. Thanks for joining us, take care and goodbye.